So you found it. The perfect real estate deal. The numbers are solid, the location's a winner, but you've got that pit in your stomach. Why? Because you know the bank's approval process could drag on for weeks, maybe even months. And while you're waiting, some other investor could swoop in and snatch that deal right from under you. But what if you could cut out the bank, take charge of the timeline, and close on your first property in as little as a couple of weeks? It's an ambitious goal, but it's possible. Today, I'm breaking down the creative financing strategy that savvy investors use to acquire properties in weeks, not months. This isn't some magic trick. It's a method that bypasses the slow, bureaucratic headache of traditional lenders and puts the power right back where it belongs, in your hands. The strategy is called seller financing, or sometimes owner financing. It's pretty much what it sounds like. The person selling the property also acts as your bank. Instead of begging a traditional lender for a mortgage, you and the seller hammer out a financial agreement directly. You'll give them a down payment and then send your monthly payment straight to them, just like a regular mortgage. Now, I get what you might be thinking. Sounds a little too good to be true, right? Or maybe overly complicated. But it's a surprisingly common and seriously powerful tool, especially when you're just starting out. The real beauty of seller financing is its flexibility. Since you're not dealing with a rigid institution, almost every part of the deal is on the table. We're talking the down payment, the interest rate, the repayment schedule, all of it. This lets you craft a genuine win-win deal that works for both you and the seller. This is the secret to closing a deal at lightning speed. You're no longer stuck waiting on underwriters, appraisers, and endless committee approvals. You're working directly with the one person who can say yes, the seller. So, how do you actually make a deal happen this quickly? A 14-day close is a sprint, and not every deal will cross the finish line that fast. Realistically, it might take 2 to 3 weeks, but that's still a massive win compared to the 45 to 60 days a bank might take. It all boils down to a simple 3-step process. This is, without a doubt, the most critical piece of the puzzle. Not every seller is going to be up for this, so you have to hunt for specific situations. Look for sellers who own their property free and clear or have a ton of equity. Often, these are people who need to sell fast because of a life event, are just plain tired of being a landlord, or are trying to avoid foreclosure. They might also love the idea of getting a steady, passive income stream and spreading out their tax hit. When you find a seller with a problem, you can walk in and present seller financing as the perfect solution. In the world of creative finance, the terms of the deal are often way more important than the final price. So here's a pro tip. Give the seller the price they want, but negotiate terms that work for you. You could offer a slightly higher purchase price in exchange for a tiny down payment or a killer interest rate. The goal is to solve the seller's problem, whether that's unloading the property or creating income, while making sure the deal puts cash in your pocket every month. Just because you're cutting out the bank doesn't mean you should cut corners. You absolutely must hire a real estate attorney or use a title company that knows creative financing inside and out. They'll draft the essential documents, like a promissory note outlining the loan terms and a mortgage or deed of trust that secures the property as collateral. Even with a motivated seller and a sharp attorney, these legal and title processes take time, but they can be done in a fraction of the time a traditional bank requires. This speed is what gives the seller massive confidence in you and lets you lock down the deal before anyone else even has a chance. If you're getting some real value out of this breakdown, do me a quick favor and hit that like button, and definitely subscribe for more strategies the pros would rather you didn't know about. For new investors, seller financing is one of the absolute best ways to get in the game. First off, it massively lowers the barrier to entry. If you're short on cash for a 20% down payment, you can negotiate a much smaller one. Second, it's a path to financing even if your credit isn't perfect or you have income that a traditional bank would turn its nose up at. And finally, it opens up a whole new universe of deals. You can suddenly go after properties that wouldn't qualify for a conventional loan, giving you a serious competitive edge. Now, while this strategy is fantastic, you need to be aware of something called the due on sale clause. If the seller still has a mortgage, their loan almost certainly has a clause stating the entire balance is due the moment they sell the property. A seller financing deal could trigger this, forcing the seller to pay off their loan immediately, which can torpedo the whole thing. This is yet another reason why hiring a real estate attorney isn't just a suggestion, it's non-negotiable. They can spot these risks and help you structure the deal safely for everyone involved. You don't have to sit on the sidelines, terrified of losing the perfect deal to someone with deeper pockets or a faster bank. Seller financing gives you the power to control the transaction, close deals with incredible speed, and build your portfolio without being at the mercy of some loan officer. It all starts by finding a motivated seller, crafting a deal that solves their problem, and getting the right legal team to protect you. This is how real investors build wealth. It's not about waiting for someone to give you permission. It's about going out there and creating your own opportunities.